On today's show, I want to discuss something that doesn't completely make sense. It is the simple concept that everyone has a fairly high opinion of themselves. If an individual were to make a movie about their life, they would be the hero in that story, a person of high morals and courageous in the face of adversity. The average person is supremely confident that they are wonderful. Well, I spend every day with the average person, and they are far from wonderful. But that raises an interesting question. I am an average person. What am I like? Let's open up the floor. I'm a good guy, right?
Define good, right?
I have done charity work for the Big Brothers Association.
That's
You've
good.
done charity work?
Yes, and I even helped autistic kids at one point.
Do you recycle yet?
I do. I started recycling.
Oh, that is important.
I spend time with my family, and when I chew gum, I keep my mouth shut.
Don't think you're holding the keys to heaven just yet.
I agree. I sat down and did a moral inventory of my life, and I came up with a very simple question. Do I treat others as I would like to be treated?
The golden rule.
Yes, I got biblical.
There's a rarity.
Do I do unto others as I would like done to me? And the answer is not always. I try, but sometimes I slip. For example, I work a job in corporate America. It's a grind, not only for me, but everyone else at that company. One day a coworker comes in wearing a bright pink shirt. And I look at him and I say, "What's with the bright pink shirt?" And his response, "Owen, it's not pink. The color is salmon."
Ooh, good comeback.
I said to him, "Salmon are pink."
Precisely.
He did not like that. All right? I felt bad. I went to his office and I gave him a 6-pack of black raspberry Fresca.
Well, that made up for it.
I was trying to smooth it over. However, no amount of Fresca will ever smooth over this next situation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I was once an aspiring filmmaker living in New York. During those years, I was cocky and stupid. Like any other young guy in that mode, I hooked up with a girl one time that I shouldn't have. Let's call this girl Tashi. She was pretty and she was educated, but overall her personality was like fingers on a chalkboard. If we had met and gone on a date, I would have gently indicated I wasn't interested in a second date. That would have been fine. But since I had sex with her 2 hours after meeting her, I couldn't just discard her.
Well, I mean, you could have, but then you would have been the bad guy.
And I'm not a bad guy, right?
Right? No.
We still have more to the story, I think.
This is where it goes. The day after our initial encounter, Tashi called me and invited herself over. I was watching Scorsese's New York, New York, starring Robert De Niro and Liza Minnelli. It's not a great film, but it merits a viewing. She sat there watching it with me and said, "I really don't get what the big deal is with this Robert De Niro guy. He doesn't seem like anything special."
What?
After she said that, I thought, this girl has limited use with her clothes on. And with that mindset, we embarked on a 4-month relationship where we would get together a couple
4 months?
4 months where we would get together a couple nights a week and drill each other.
That's a relationship.
Yes.
Real?
Whatever conversations we had were in between. Okay, let's add one more detail to this story.
No.
Tashi was a virgin when we met.
What? No.
It doesn't make sense. Why did this 22-year-old girl give up her virginity to me?
Why?
A complete stranger at the time.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, let's theorize. Tashi, in her heart, was a geeky little girl, the daughter of biology professors from Slovenia. They had moved to the U.S. when she was 11. In school, she was that girl who was smarter than everyone, even though she couldn't speak the language that well.
What is it with you and Eastern European women?
We're not going to solve that today.
No, it's
Not sure we ever will.
a mystery that will never be solved.
This poor girl. She told stories about how the kids used to make fun of her. No boys asked her to the prom. She stayed home that night and studied for the AP exams. When we met, she had an opportunity to live out her high school fantasy. She said she loved my blue eyes and blonde hair.
Blonde.
For the record,
Did you dye it back then?
no,
Highlights?
Did a
Kimono
sting
and
thing.
highlights.
my eyes are blue, but my hair's not blonde. On a good day, maybe it's light brown. Okay. She asked me if I played football, and I said yes. She asked me if I was captain of the team. I said yes, and that was true.
You were captain of your football
No.
team in
Yes.
high school?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
And she was in love. Little Tashi. There's one problem with this.
Yeah, they're usually assholes.
Maybe I lived up to that. The problem is I'm not everybody's all-American. Not during those years. I used to drink, watch movies, and write film noir scripts.
Not your typical captain.
At 11 o'clock at night, I would call her and tell her to come over. I knew this was exploitive. I felt bad. I even asked her out on a date one time. Didn't go well. She had a sneezing fit during dinner. On the dance floor, she looked like someone with polio trying to jog.
You did not go there.
You can't date someone out of sympathy. I wanted out. I felt like being a jerk for having sex with a girl that I didn't care about. Eventually, I told her I needed a break. She knew she was on thin ice, but she didn't back down. She said, Owen, you have 7 days. Then you need to call me and we'll work this out. At the end of 7 days, I didn't call her. I gave her the brush off.
Wow.
Could have told her something.
Now, if the story ends there, I'm a bad guy.
Right.
But there's one more thing, and this is what I'm going to burn in hell for.
Oh, no.
2 months later, I was going to be leaving New York for good. I had gotten a production job in Boston, and I was leaving. She heard this through some mutual friends. She calls me. She says, can we have lunch just so we can say goodbye? And I was like, that'd be fine. That'd be great. I leave on Saturday. Let's get together on Friday. She was like, great. Thursday night, I went out and partied with a bunch of people. Real good time. Friday morning, I woke up, went to the office. I was tired, made it through the morning. At lunch, I grabbed a newspaper and ate a sandwich. Yes. I forgot. I forgot about Tashi.
It's like sitting at that restaurant still.
Still waiting. All these
I
years
forgot her.
Oh,
I
when?
forgot the lunch. When I got back to the office, there was a voicemail on the machine. The pain and hurt in that girl's voice as she sobbed was beyond contemplation. I'm a bad guy. I immediately called her back, but she didn't pick up. I left a message apologizing. I told her I would leave work and come see her. She didn't call back.
Oh, I wonder.
The next day I left town, and I never saw or spoke to her again.
Poor Tasha.
Can I just ask you, did you ever tell her that you loved her or that she was your girlfriend?
No, none of that. I told her we were two people having fun together.
Well, Owen, I mean, you slept with a girl for 4 months. I mean, what exactly did you do wrong? Is sleeping with you a punishment?
Yeah, very funny. I could have been more considerate to someone's feelings.
I don't know. I think that she was an adult woman. I mean, it's her responsibility to take care of herself. And besides, she slept with you after 2 hours. No connection after meeting you. 2 hours later, she slept with you. There's no connection. You've made it clear. You haven't said that you love her. She's a grown woman. She should be able to take care of herself, and she should have known what she was getting herself into.
A person in a relationship needs to show kindness, patience, and generosity. That's my
I noticed
belief.
that you didn't say love, Owen.
I think you're winning this debate.
Yeah. Are you supposed to stay with her because you feel bad? I mean, that's not right either.
I never want someone to be hurt or lonely because of what I did. If I made someone feel that way, I think they're entitled to call me a bad guy, and I'll take what I have coming to me for that.
Noble.
I'm going to stop here. We're going to take a break. Everyone can take a moment, reflect on how bad a person I am.
Drink some blackberry fresca.
And we'll be back.